Good morning and welcome to Saturday's Early Morning Intuitive Guidance. I'm Dr. Bonnie Nussbaum, here with some words of wisdom to start your day off well, get you thinking about some things. And today's card actually blends in beautifully with the last 2 days' cards and is again from the same deck, which I thought was interesting. Sometimes we'll have a deck pop up twice in a row, but it's pretty rare to have it pop up 3 times in a row. Good morning, Abigail. Welcome. You're the first one here today. Welcome, welcome. Oh, looks like 2 are following you in rapid succession. 3. Yep, the numbers are rolling, the names are not. There we go. Carolyn, good morning. Carolyn, welcome. Glad you're here. Thank you for the sunrise. I appreciate it. And Peggy, welcome. Good morning, good morning. Everybody's starting to roll in. So this card, again, with this card deck, oftentimes they start out very bleak. And then at the end, you get the redemption, which kind of fits with how life is going right now, isn't it? Good morning, Cindy. Welcome. Glad you are here. So let's take some nice deep breaths. In through the nose, out through the mouth. In through the nose, out through the mouth. Bringing in fresh ideas. Letting go of what no longer works. Shaking off the night, ready for the message for the day. So it was kind of interesting because when I popped on, I turned on my lights and turned on my computer screen, and I'm on my email page. And as I'm just skimming things quickly, because we have an event today at 10 o'clock, and I just wanted to see if there were any comments or questions about that, 2 headlines from emails jumped out at me. One about some large bank funding some heinous thing, and I forget what the other one was, but it was just like, really? So this card fits very well with that embattled kind of a feeling we get when we're just pounded on by negativity. So again, Pilgrim Cards deck, Austin Repath, no accidents. There's a reason these cards keep popping up, and I think it's because his take on things is, good morning, Mel, welcome. Good morning to anybody who popped past before I saw you. His take on things is that things can look pretty bleak, good morning, Janine, but there's still the divine unfolding. There's still greater plans operating. There's still much more to this than meets the eye, which sometimes is a very good thing. There's that little Christmas tree again. Love that. Because it's the only one I'm putting up. So, yes, and just a reminder, those of you who are in the Appleton, Wisconsin area, today at 10 o'clock we are meeting at Zion Lutheran Church, which is the site for the project, the Intentional Community and Affordable Housing Project. And we're going to be doing another round of listening to what people want. So if you're in the area at 10 o'clock and you want to stop, Zion is located at 912 North Oneida Street. So, our card for today is called Ashen Ember. Ashen Ember. Even the title's intriguing, isn't it? What could that possibly be telling us? Good morning, Beth. Welcome from the Yoop. And we are up to my favorite number 8. I love that. I like to think magical things happen when we have 8 or more here. So, another nice deep breath. And out. Settling in to receive what part of this message is meant for you. Ashen Ember. The way ahead is cold and bleak. As far as the eye can see, there is cloud and threat of storm. The trees, barren and black, offer no promise of spring. You find yourself alone on the road with no solace from anyone. Good morning, Judy. Welcome. Glad you're here. You sense that you have no choice but to keep moving. Yet as you walk, you find the bleakness becomes bearable by your courage. The way is made passable by your presence, and the ground is blessed by your passing. You find yourself bewildered by what is happening. Would it help to know that your heart, just put your hand on your heart is the coal, burning to ashen ember that will be used to rekindle the fire. That this new flame will bring warmth to your life and light to your world. How awesome is that, right? Because sometimes we get to the point where we're just pooped. Good morning, Lucy. Welcome. Good morning, good morning. Where we've just had enough, we've done enough, we feel like whatever. That's when we need this card. That's when we need the words. Yeah, I love it too. So it kind of fits with my little move ahead anyway card. The soul knows the way through. Just keep walking. Just keep taking a step. Have some periods of respite also. So maybe he goes and sits under one of those barren and black trees just to rest a bit, regroup, and then set out walking again. And it doesn't mean he has to be going at a run, does it? It means he can be ambling along, one foot ahead of the other. Over time, those steps add up. The journey of 1,000 miles begins with a single step, right? So he's just going to single step his way through the journey. So I want to read that end part again. Actually, the last two paragraphs, because I think that just really captures this whole thing. You sense that you have no choice but to keep moving. Yet as you walk, you find the bleakness becomes bearable by your courage. The way is made passable by your presence, and the ground is blessed by your passing. And again, all of that's happening simply because you choose to keep going. You don't give up on it. You keep going. You find yourself bewildered by what is happening. Would it help to know that your heart is the coal, burning to ashen ember, that will be used to rekindle the fire? That this new flame will bring warmth to your life and light to your world? Absolutely. Absolutely. Just keep walking. And I want you to create an image. So let's close our eyes. If you're driving, please don't, but you can listen anyway. Let's close our eyes, okay? Nice deep breath. And I want you to see all of us with our arms linked together. We're not walking this path alone. Yes, in this part, he was walking on the road seemingly alone. Never alone, right? Link arms. Link arms. See it like the yellow brick road, and here we are, Dorothy in the middle, linking arms with the Tin Man and the Cowardly Lion. Here we are. We're moving forward. And notice what happens. If one of us stumbles a bit, there are people on each side to hold her up. All right? So we just keep moving. We move ahead anyway because the soul knows the way through. There have been portions of my path where I'm going, okay, I have no idea what's expected of me, but I'll just see what the next thing that shows up in front of me is. Something to think about, something to be, something to do. We are never alone. We are never alone, even when we feel that way. Even when we feel that way. So I want you to feel that pressure on the inside of your arms where you're linked up with the rest of us, our tribe of practical rebels, adding on more and more people till we're all linked together. And it's a physical sensation of linked together, knowing that our hearts are all linked together. And when we feel like our heart, when any one of us feels like our heart has burned to that ashen ember, someone else can lean over and go and get a little spark. That's all it's going to take. That's all it's going to take. And know that there are others with their arms linked to yours who have a flame that's burning brightly. We don't all burn brightly at the same time, do we? No. So when your flame, I'm glad that's comforting, yes. When that flame, when yours is kind of dim, look around. See who else is flaming brightly at that point. Know that you'll get back there. Know that they'll have the periods of time where theirs is down to the ashen ember, but it's always there to catch again. Just needs a little fanning going on, all right? So let's read that again. I just love this. Would it help to know that your heart is the coal, burning to ashen ember, that will be used to rekindle the fire? That this new flame will bring warmth to your life and light to your world. How awesome. The soul knows the way and never got it. There you go. Yes, the soul knows the way. We are not going to think our way through this. We are not. Our brains are designed to be in service to our hearts and souls. Okay? The heart and soul knows the way through. Heed that. Heed that message. And sometimes it pops up and tells you something and you're going, what the hell is this? Where did this come from? Why this? And we may not know why, but the urge is there. Follow the urge. Follow the urge. Down the road, you may know why. Sometimes we do, sometimes we don't. But for instance, when I was guided to put the motel on the market, I'm like, why? It's going fine. Why would I want to put it on the market? And after it was in the process of selling, my sister being diagnosed with breast cancer, needing to take care of herself, me needing to help with dad. I had none of that on the radar screen on the front end when I got that push, put it on the market. But in the end, now I can see why it happened the way it happened. Trust that internal guidance. Trust your soul's message. All right? So even this, when you're in that darkness, when you're walking through the cloud and the storm with the trees all barren and black, offering no promise of spring, keep walking. Keep walking. Take a break here and there. Rest, be, receive, and then walk some more. The other image that I like is like a bicycle. That I actually had that when I moved to Montana and I knew no one. I moved sight unseen into a furnished apartment to start graduate school. Knew no one. 1,700 miles away from home. I watched as my parents drove away. And somewhere in the things that I began to unpack was a little plaque that I'd bought for myself that said, when you get to the end of your rope, tie a knot in it and hang on. And there were more times that I looked at that and went, okay, I'm at the end of my rope. Time to take a break. Time to rest and just be. And my trick always was do whatever needed done during the day and then sleep. And then once I slept, it was like, okay, fresh start. Let's see what happens today. So hang in there. Hang in there. We can move ahead anyway. Good. I'm glad this is comforting. I'm glad this is helpful. Because sometimes we look at things around us and go, what a colossal shit show, right? But, people behaving badly, people behaving really badly. However, look deeper, and you will see the people behaving well. And you will see the people rising up and doing what needs to be done. So I'll give you an example of that. One of the entities around here last week did a house clearing, fired a whole bunch of people right before Christmas. And many of those people were doing work with people who are vulnerable. And basically all of that work was going to stop. At least one person said, oh, hell no, and continued to do the work anyway, gratis, no pay. Not through the company, because the company had let her go, but doing it on her own. I promised I was going to do this. I'm going to do this. She's calling out for some help and support, and people are rising to the occasion to make sure that she can meet the promises that she made. So always look in any disaster, in any mess. You're going to find the people who are the helpers. They're there. They're just far more quiet than the rabble-rousers usually. Sometimes they're loud, and that's okay too. But pay attention. There's the helpers there. And there's always room for us to be of assistance. And when we need it, ask for assistance. There's nothing wrong with us asking. Yes, Mr. Rogers, fabulous man. And he did his stuff in such a quiet, reassuring way, didn't he? When I found out he was a Marine, I was like, wow. Kind of hard to juxtapose that in my mind. But again, there you are. Helpful. So, and standing up for what's important. And that can be so difficult when you're the only one standing. So, when and if you have the opportunity to be the second one standing, please do so. Please do so. Yes. Always look for the helpers. Always look for the helpers. They're out there. And look for the opportunities to help. step up. Let's step in and do some stuff, right? It doesn't have to be big things. It can be little things. Holding a door for somebody, letting someone into traffic, smiling at someone, at the poor checker who has the line of 15 people waiting and they're all crabby, right? Do some nice stuff, because then you feel good, they feel good, and on we go. All right? So, ash and ember, keep it in mind that this new flame will bring warmth to your life and light to the world. See you again tomorrow. Remember, you are capable of far more than you think you are. Light it up, people. Bye-bye.